This is RU News. I'm Grace Ngote. On to the headlines today. Riara University holds its 5th annual elections. The Matatu crisis hits the nation. Wildfire turns paradise to living hell in Northern California. The students' preparation for the final exams as the semester comes to an end. Riara University holds its 4th Vice Chancellor tournament. It was a bright moment for Sikandar Wali Mohammed after he was elected president in the recently held RUSA elections. This marks the 5th government in power since the inception of Riara University. Michael Kabi has more to this story.
The new Riara University Students' Council was voted in on the 14th of November using the new electoral process. Sikandar Wali Mohammed won the election with his deputy Olive Washera defeating Danish Abunde and our current Miss Riara, Aurelia Fossa. Emmanuel Mbogwa won the Students' Welfare seat and Churchill Winston, the Secretary General.
I'm a commissioner at the Riara University Electoral Commission. Basically, the electioneering process begins with the delegate coming in. And then after the delegate comes in, we are supposed to confirm their name, admission number, and whether they are part of the team that is supposed to vote. So after confirming that, they're supposed to sign against their names, and then we have them moved to the next commissioner. The next commissioner is going to hand them 3 ballot papers, one for the student representative, one is for the Secretary General, and another one is for the chairperson. You see, they have the photos of the person and their name. So you're informed that you're not supposed to tick outside the box, and the only way we can assure that you're voted correctly is by having a tick or an X inside the box.
Commuters should brace for a tough time after public service vehicle operators announced a nationwide strike. This is after the government issued a notice for the Michuki rule to be brought back to law. The Matatu Association, however, seeks dialogue with the government to amend issues affecting them.
A common sight of Nairobi's road rush by matatus will be a scarce view after a strike threatens to stop its usual game of business. This comes after a stern implementation of Michuki rule by the government, engaging all matatus owners to input safety belts, speed governors, and safety kits in the vehicles. The public has been greatly affected by this matatu strike. Here's what a few Riara University students had to say.
My view on the Michuki rules, I can say, is that, okay, fine, it's about safety measures on the road. And in my opinion, they should have given the matatus and the matatu owners a notice so that us as the individuals and as the citizens of Kenya aren't that affected. So I think the Michuki rules are here to stay and should be implemented across all counties in Kenya.
In my opinion, there are 2 sides of the story. The first one, where them being reinstated, is a plus to the country because it will restore sanity to the roads, and it will ensure that the number of accidents that have been happening will reduce. On the flip side of the situation is that the matatu culture that has been there will have to go down. The creativity side of it, where there is the graffiti and all that going on, it will have to be cut down. So in my opinion, there are 2 sides to the story.
Stella Minor reporting for RU News.
Northern California paradise has turned into a living hell after 141,000 acres of land burning. The fire has taken the lives of 63 people, with another 600 still unaccounted for. Only 40% of the fire has been put out.
The death toll, now in the dozens, is rising daily. The number of missing persons has climbed at an alarming and perplexing rate. The Northern California town of Paradise is essentially gone. President Trump on Saturday saw the devastation for himself, again suggesting better forest management could prevent such disasters. Governor Jerry Brown responded on Face the Nation.
And the president's talked about how our forests are managed. That's an element. But there's also the way the houses are built, the materials, what kind of vegetation is around. And then there's also the changing climate and the increasing drought and the lowered humidity and water vapor.
Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
University provides an atmosphere where individual ideas are appreciated and nurtured.
They nurture your ideas. That's very essential in a good learning environment.
The kind of atmosphere that is found in the rich educational heritage of the Riara family group.
The kind of student that we're looking for is somebody who's thirsty for knowledge.
Our students become critical thinkers, think out of the box and craft practical solutions.
I chose Riara University because it was fully accredited. The faculty, the facilities, they were top-notch.
The library, it's really equipped, even with digital services.
Our courses are law, business, education, journalism, international relations, and ICT.
I'm fascinated by the fun we have in our learning, and I think that's what it's all about in the end of the day.
If I were to choose a law school, I would, trade my suit for jeans and sit here.
So much you could do here at Riara, so you can grow into a holistic individual.
Registration is ongoing.
Welcome back. As the year comes to a slow end, the final exams in Riara University begin with a bang. The exam period will last for 2 weeks, in which students will be tested all they have learned during the semester. Roger Murioki tells us more.
Marking a final semester for 2018, a study session that has been short and tough, students in Riara University are now busy preparing for examinations. The exams will kick off on December 1st, 2018 and push through all the way to the 20th of December, just a few days away to Christmas holidays. The deafening silence in study areas such as the library and computer labs speaks volume as students are heavily buried in their books. Reporting for RE News, I'm Roger Murioki.
Now on to the sports segment with Roger Edward.
Thank you, Grace. And now in our sports news, Riara University held its annual sports day at the Ministry of Works Sports Club located at South Sea. Games played included football, basketball, swimming, chess and athletics. Our reporter Kabi tells us more.
The 4th annual VC's Cup kicked off early Friday morning. Various sports were played including football, athletics, basketball, swimming and even chess. All schools were in participation, but the School of International Relations and Diplomacy won the trophy. According to the Vice-Chancellor, it was the best of the series.
So sports is a way of bonding, bringing people together, breaking barriers. When people are in campus, whether it's faculty, students, kuna hiyo tension inakuanga. But when people play together, we've played with students, you realize you're one, and we are one.
Last year's NBA Finals champs, Golden State Warriors, lost narrowly last night to San Antonio Spurs after a hotly contested match that ended at 109 points to 112 points. This marked the end of their road trip of 0-3 loss.
Come to play tonight. They have Livingston to Thompson, over to Rosen. Cook stops on a dime, squishes it. Eclipsing the hoop almost. Yeah. Thompson knocks down the three. Not when you were playing.
Well, now it's up there with the Gloria and
Burger take that. Thompson hits the three.
when you're playing a team that wants to get out in transition and has shooters.
Great play right there. What a shot by DeMar DeRozan. He continues just to attack and attack. 17 for him.
Again, Spurs fighting for those extra possessions, and it's paying off.
Kevin Durant. Jones in the paint. Blocked by Aldridge. Oh, mama. LA saying, get off my lawn.
Crowd on their feet. What a block.
6. Mills for 3.
What a shot. And that started with DeMar.
Manchester City, Liverpool and Chelsea football clubs remain unbeaten in the Premier League. This is the first time in history 3 teams have remained undefeated after 12 matches.
Of course, Chelsea had a player sent off in the cup final last season. Goal-scoring opportunity.
It's certainly a goal-scoring opportunity. I think the rule now says if you're inside the box and a penalty's given...
No, if you're attempting genuinely to play the ball, it's a yellow card.
Which I think he's generally trying to play the ball. So
yes.
I think the referee's got that absolutely right.
Hazard is a well-practiced penalty taker, but not one with a 100% record. A short approach, almost halfway through the first half. And Hazard rolls it past De Gea, and Chelsea lead Manchester United at Wembley in the 2018 FA Cup final.
Gets the edge of the penalty. Oh, quality goal! Again, they're all... Good ball for Mane. Firmino goes now. Oh, it's come back off the post, but Firmino is there, and Liverpool lead by 2-0 at Wembley. And listen to those Liverpool fans in ecstasy. It's 2-0.
Thanks for watching. That's it for RE News. I'm Grace Ngote.